Okay, let's start with the next process of antenna building. So let's quickly take a measurement of the wire length needed for winding the toroid. So we need to do the primary. So what we need to do is take a strip like this and then wind it around. You know, so we usually twist it. So that's not necessary here. We just need to know the length of the winding. We need this wounded wire to go two turns as we saw in the diagram earlier on. I'll put up the diagram in the video so that along with this so that you can see how long does it take, what length does it take. And we need this much in the front end. This will go to the ground and one wire of this end will go to the TX. So okay, so here we are. This will go to the TX. If you have this extra, you can always top it off because this will go to the SO239 core pin and this will go to the flange here, right? So this one will wind it for 5 turns here, then take it. So we have two, we need to wind it for 7 total. So we'll do two here, this is the third one, then the fourth one, and then the fifth one, right? So that's we need, and here okay, this is coming up. That's fine. We just need approximate length. Right. So then we need to go on top like this. Then this will be 8, I think. No, we should have done. So we had 3 there. So we need to do 2 more. 2 primary plus 4. We'll do 1 more here. And then this one will come across. This will be the 8th turn. And then this will go across like this. 9. It's difficult to hold. You might want to tie this off with a piece of tape or something like that. 10, then 11, 12. Okay, so we are doing 2 plus 2. Uh, so the 2 primary, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will come here, then 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 1 more. This will go to the antenna. So considering this is the where you'll put the lug for the antenna radial or this one, this much. So this is the length of wire we need. So now if you roll it back, uh, so this is the total length of wire you need. So let me measure this. Just so it's approximately about 1.1 meters, and in that, let me just 1.1 meters. Let me just put a knot here so that we can reference this point later on. We're actually cutting that wire. So put it here, and then we need about this length of primary winding. Let's check it again once. This is what we'll keep on the outside, then go one round. And, so you have 2 rounds there. And this is the length. So this is good enough. So you have 1 round, then going and then coming out the third. So this much length to go to SO239 is good enough. In fact, you can. It's always better to leave a little bit extra, and then cut it as and when you want it. So this is about. So I have this small scale here. This about keep about 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 19 centimeters. Usually I take 17 to 18 centimeters, so 18 centimeters should be good enough here, and then about 1.1 meters till this. So okay, then now that we have the thread, I'll cut the enamel copper wire based on the length given that we have found out by winding a thread to the toroid. The next is we'll take the size of this, because this will go into the acrylic sheet or even your box. This will stay outside. Some people I've seen put this inside the box and then leave only the open. I prefer to keep this outside so that we get more space inside the box with the toroid winding and all, so you get more space to play around. It's up to you how do you want to do it when you put it in a box. But here, when using an acrylic sheet, if I have the toroid here, I would like to place the the plex side on the outside so that we get easy access to the center core to let the winding, the TX get soldered here, the side, rather than going the other way around, right? So let's take a measurement of this side to drill a hole. It's about 14 mm is what I'm seeing here. So we'll drill a hole in the acrylic for 14 mm. I'll do that separately. Then now we need to figure out where do we want to place this, because we want one hole for this, the one for the radial. So we'll just mark it here, and then mark one here for the radial, and then we need internally 4 holes to put the cable ties here, here, here. Okay, so right now this is done, and then you can also mark outside so where to drill the holes. Your cable tie is what it looks like, a 3 or a 5 mm. So a 5 mm bit is enough to do that, or you want to just not drill any holes and you want to tie it here, that's also good enough, on the side. But the side you might want to, we are doing this for temporary, so it doesn't really matter. And then we have the 14 mm hole here for the SR239. If you don't have a bit, I use a conical drill bit to drill holes like this in aluminium and in acrylic sheet. So this for the antenna, and this will be for the counterpoise, 1 5 mm. That we'll put this here, we'll put this here, and this one will go here. Okay, so let me get these things ready, then I'll come back and we can start winding the wire. So I'll go drill the holes, cut this wire based on the length that we have figured out by winding a thread, and then let me fix this as well with 1 or 2 M3 screws to the board, and then we'll start the winding, and then we'll solder each one as we go. So the critical stuff is these lug nuts that will go into the winding. This is pretty big, I couldn't find a smaller one. So for the primary, this will be a good fit, but for the secondary, the stability is pretty thin, so you might have to put in under that and then bend it and then solder or trim this a little bit more. These are not steel lugs, so you might want to take a file and then file it beforehand and use generous flux to let the solder stay in place. So let me do all that, and then we'll come back and start the building process. Thank you.